see if it can carry over into this next match. It's Orbit versus Revival as the Rocket League Championship Series North America continues. With the commentary of this match, it's going to be Wavepunk and Lawler. Take it away, guys.
Orbit versus Revival. Orbit looking to clinch #1 seed in North America. Revival looking to stay in the top 6 here. It's going to be an exciting one, Lawler.
Yeah, some cool history for some of you guys. So Hot Wheels and Gino Cop used to play for Orbit back in the day. Orbit used to be Exodus, which is what you guys saw in the highlights. And then before that, they were Turbulence, and before that, they were Vex. So they've gone through some name changes. I'm glad they've settled with one again. But Orbit, welcome back. But you got your teammates on the other side. Technically, ex-teammates. Kind of weird how that works out, but they're not teammates.
Previous roster from the same org.
Yeah. Friends.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, they're all excellent players here. And Revival looking to see what they can do here against an Orbit squad that is clearly playing very well. Garrett was absurd in that last match against NRG. So I'm excited to see if he continues that here and if Revival will find a way to tame him. But I don't know. It could go either way.
It's tough for this Revival team. They've been very inconsistent, but when they are on, it's scary. You see Hot Wheels Sid, who is one of the only players that I feel does that positioning on both sides of the field with the help of his teammate Gino Cop, who is a keyboard player.
KBM players, they're few and far between. They are no less skilled at Rocket League. As we see Revival here in the orange with Orbit in the blue. We will be able to pull this one out. Orbit is looking if they can get the win here, clinching that #1 spot. Oh man, they're going to start off with a goal. Easy just kind of roller from Garrett, getting that first point on the board.
Yeah, forcing everybody to go to that side. You see Turtle actually miss the touch, which forces Gino to go up and make a hit. He does get it, but Garrett dunks on him and puts it straight back into the net. Like you said, a slow roller, pinching in and giving them up by 1, only 22 seconds gone.
4:37 left to go in game #1. Revival looking just to get ball control in blue half. So far it's been all Orbit. Very early on in game 1. Scare drops that one down, looks to touch it again, but Chrome able to get there, play that one off. Chrome is playing with a default Octane right now. All the default items. You watch him play though, it won't hinder his ability at all. He can use anything.
See these guys coming up, just not enough. Dangerous positions as well, able to play that back outside. But it's the counterplay from Orbit. As soon as they follow that up, one after another, and then it catches this Revival team on their back heel. So far, they've been able to handle it, but plays like that from Garrett.
What was this? He's like, I'm just going to just pick this up here, and then I'm going to put it in there, and then we're going to kind of just guide it over the side. Sorry, Gino. I need to play that. Can I just get the thanks? Okay, thanks. I just wanted the second goal. My goodness.
The whole way there, he's just saying, excuse me.
Excuse me. Can I get over here? Thanks. Just thanks.
Still, good air carry coming in from Garrett, just drawing everybody out. He follows up his own touch and then carries it the whole way. Well played.
Moses able to block out Hot Wheels and Chrome. Give ball control over to Turtle. An excellent #1 position player. As Garrett comes in to try and finish this one off, puts it up on the backboard. No one able to rotate around in time. So Moses will play it into the corner as we see Revival up on offense. Let's see if they can materialize some shots here. So far it's been all Orbit as they take another one towards the net, blocked away by Chrome. A nice defensive play. So Hot Wheels Sid puts this one out into the middle. Chrome will look to play it off of his hood. Garrett now misses that one. Expected Gino to play after that, but Gino waits patiently and leaves ball control back in his teammate's hands. Hot Wheels Sid has this one in the corner. Bumps Turtle, pushes it towards the goal. But it will be Moses who gets the clear and the second touch off of Gino. 50-50 from Chrome, drops back to Garrett, who will be able to clear back into the orange. Here's Orbit back up on offense.
Those are the ones Revival need to contest. As soon as that 50-50 is on that other side, there needs to be somebody waiting patiently for as soon as it to drop down to go and make an attack. Unfortunately, Garrett, for them, is the first one there, and they clear it out immediately.
Hot Wheels Sid plays it over the top of Turtle and Garrett and looks to continue to carry this one. It's lost in front of the goal, and Chrome goes up to try and get an angle, but blocked away by Garrett. And then Turtle immediately follows that touch, passing it up to Garrett, who gets the angle. He's so deep in enemy territory and knew the pass was coming.
No, as soon as he takes that shot, he just feathers his way down into the corner and then just waits patiently for it. Turtle sees him from across the field, just plays it back in a position that he can get a touch on it, goes up and takes a shot. Really well and good recognition done from this Orbit team.
Halfway into game #1, and Orbit is just having their way right now with Revival. Need to figure out how they can create shots on net. So far, they've had very few. Hot Wheels Sid drops that one. It was a nice placement, and Chrome into finish. There we go. That's the sort of offense we need to see.
Moses getting caught a little bit off guard. Doesn't know how to play this one. As Hot Wheels Sid takes a shot, Turtle goes up for it, not able to get to it. And it looked like almost as if Moses thought that was going to go in initially, so he doesn't contest it. But it bounces back out. Revival's able to come in. Puts them back within 2.
It does. And right here at halftime, this is exactly the time to start mounting your comeback. They're only down by 2 goals at this point, but Garrett looks to try and extend that lead right now as Orbit is up on offense. Gino plays it over the top of Turtle. Moses on the wall. Will play it back into the middle, but Hot Wheels Sid looking for an opportunity. Shoots towards the goal. Does not find the net. The pinch from Gino and Hot Wheels will put it into the corner where Garrett is waiting, plays it off the wall. Sends it towards the net. Gino will play it into the corner. Moses looking for an opportunity as Garrett pops it off the wall. Moses also went up on the wall. Interesting positioning. That leaves a lot of space here. Moses able to fall back in time before Gino Kopp took the shot. Close one there for Orbit, but they're holding on to their 2-goal lead.
Yeah, Revival starting to put on a little bit more pressure. It's working out well for them. But Garrett just trying to do some crazy touches following it up and just getting in the face of this Revival team. As soon as they play one out, immediate shots back-to-back coming up from Orbit, and the pressure continues.
Garrett now pinching that one off the vertices of the wall and the ceiling. And Turtle looks to slow this one down, gets just deleted by Hot Wheels Sid. Gino Kopp will be able to play this one into the corner. Gets it through Garrett. Turtle spawns into the corner, not the spawn he wanted, and Moses couldn't get the block. It's a 1-goal game.
That trust not coming through. You see Hot Wheels Sid rotating around, and it ended up being because of that demo leading to Turtle respawning in front of Garrett, and then just stops all momentum that he was going through, allows this Revival team to get up in the face and then play it back in. We're back within 1.
It's quite a series of events there, really working out for Revival as they try to come back into this one. Yeah, they knew he would spawn in that corner.
That's right.
It's like, that's the play. We'll just do that one. Now, they got to get it away from their own half as Moses knocking on the door. Bumps Chrome. Gino in the corner with no pressure. Garrett able to get that one through. Final minute of gameplay. It's bouncing in the corner. He looks to play it out to Turtle. The demo onto Garrett opens up some space. They're going to have to move quickly as he will be respawning. Moses keeps it in the corner. Garrett watches, hanging back near the goal. So Hot Wheels Sid back passes and Chrome pushes it up. Garrett going to be there first, plays it into the orange. 40 seconds left on the clock, still down by 1. Revival trying to come back into this. They can tie it up, send it to overtime. Have a hope. So Moses drops this one. It's in the orange corner. Chrome patiently waits this one out, but Garrett's there first, and now Moses in a nice position, almost able to get there. Does not go towards the net. Nice play by Hot Wheels Sid up to Chrome. He gets the carry to keep it on target, but blocked away by Garrett. Now Moses looks just to put it over to the side. Buy time. Hold on to ball control. Don't allow Revival to take the shot. They're coming up and pressuring right now. Got it towards the backboard. Turtle puts it in the corner. What does Gino Kopp do? Sends it towards the net, almost into the net, but Orbit will take game number 1. Revival started off slow, but then they were able to come back into it.
Yeah. We talk about how teams, in the majority of circumstances, if they play the first match of the day, they come in warm. And you saw that Orbit came in warm. They started making some crazy shots. They had really good pass plays and really spread the field. Even the confidence coming in, like Garrett's sitting that far on one side of the field and just trusting his teammates to make that clear up.
Yeah.
That's super risky.
Yeah, this is not a play. They're kind of running almost like a 1-2 offense. So they have one player very deep. They have 2 players back on defense, and he's waiting for that long pass. And that's something you see very often, and it's only something that really comes out when I think a team's very, very confident. And, my 2 defenders have this one. And just to see him play that one up, and on top of that, and then right before that, you had the air carry, where he just puts it past 2 defenders in net, something that usually would be blocked away, but his placement was so perfect on it. I mean, Garrett playing the role, getting the hat trick here. He continues off where he had in last series, just being the star.
That's what Garrett does.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
But Revival, stepping up. They recognized that the issues were they weren't pressuring. They started to pressure. Look what happened. They got demos. That demo that they had was super lucky in the respawn.
Yeah, worked out for them.
Total RNG, but that's one of the beauties of it. It catches a player off. There's nobody able to contest it. And Garrett's put in a position where he has to make a clear where there was someone waiting for him anyway. So really well played by Revival. If they keep that up, they're going to make this closer and closer. It's just a matter of they need shots on net. They're lacking definitely on the shot option.
Absolutely. Well, when you demo someone when you're on defense, and then you try to make a counterplay, you have to be very, very quick because the defender you literally have just put a defender on the back line, right? And so, yeah, the RNG of the spawn kind of really worked out for them, but they did move that ball down the field quickly enough to create a shot opportunity. Worked out for it. Let's see if they can carry it through here. They almost get one right off the bat in game number 2. but Turtle will be able to clear it away. Garrett tries to drop it back towards Moses, who's hanging on the back line, looks to intercept this one. Passes it over to Turtle, who puts it over to the far side of the field. Nice lateral motion on this ball, makes it very difficult to set up on offense for Revival, and that leaves it back with Orbit as they move into the orange.
Yeah, very good misdirection, just trying to draw defenders out of the way. And then Garrett not able to get the shot.
Look at that. They pull a play out of NRG's book.
Yeah,
put one on.
Just one after another, and then the pass. He gets the boost denial. People not able to get there in time. But just in case, he's got a waiting Genocop trying to make a save. Demos him out of the way, and then has an open net. 30 seconds.
4:29 left on the scoreboard here. That is my birthday.
Happy
I should go buy a lottery ticket or something.
birthday? Like,
I don't know. Genocop sends that one towards the goal. Moses and Garrett both go up for it, but Moses gets quite the clear to send it away. And that will buy Orbit lots of time here to work with. This Turtle's going to try and carry this one through. The pinch off of Gino sends it straight over to Moses. Couldn't get the angle towards the net, but he puts it into the corner, and it wafts in front. Can Garrett drop this one straight down? That would have been about the most ridiculous thing he had done all day if that had gone in. And Hot Wheels Sid will be able to carry this one all the way around. Set it up to Chrome. Oh, he doesn't get the angle into the goal. It was such a solid play from Hot Wheels Sid. Chrome almost finishing that one off and tying the game.
Also unfortunate for Revival. They were trying to boost tonight, but ends up bumping Garrett into the ball and into the goal. Or not the goal, into the boost.
Right.
Which, I mean, you're doing a good job. Like, you're trying to, create some chaos behind the lines. But unfortunately, they just come back to bite you. Still, the pressure of Revival coming on, and still within one. Like, there's a lot of time left, and it just seems like, in circumstances, they try to force it. When in reality, that's when they need to relax.
Turtle sends this one into the corner. Bounces past Hot Wheels Sid, and he gets the angle. Oh, just wide of the net. A very solid solo play by Turtle, passing to himself with the corner wall. Now Garrett looking for a similar sort of situation, gets interrupted by Hot Wheels Sid, who puts it up to Chrome. He sends it out into the middle. Turtle takes the long shot, and Gino hanging back gets the block. Lays it over the top of Turtle and carries it back up to midfield. Garrett is there. Moses got demoed kind of off camera, but the play from Garrett put it straight back into the corner, completely removing the effectiveness of that play. And now Gino Cop at midfield will look to continue to play this one out. Passes to Hot Wheels Sid. Nice team play from Revival. Garrett G gets the save in net. And now Moses playing this one up. He gets it past. Does it go in? It's bouncing. Oh, he clears it off to the side. Not the play Moses was going for. And this leaves it with Hot Wheels Sid. Garrett will play it high, but got to be hurting there for Orbit. They had the opportunity.
Orbit did a really good job of spreading out the field. As soon as that ball went into the corner, neither of them contested. They both go to the side boost, collect it, and then come back as a team. Unfortunately, Moses does get that touch and saves it, but still, spreading out the field, applying the pressure, and yet another one coming in here.
Oh, can Turtle drop it? That was close. Garrett has an opportunity, waits for Chrome's touch, and plays it over back to Turtle. But nice play by Chrome, getting it past 2, getting it almost past 3, as Moses intercepts it in the air. It's in a nice spot for Revival. As it moves into the corner, and Gino tries to pinch it across the net. Moses will carry it away, back to Turtle. The passing coming through for Orbit, part of what has them in this #1 spot right now, as they look to clinch. Garrett tries to carry that one through. Now it'll be Turtle in the back. They play it past him. Nice passing as Chrome sends it onto the net. Does it go all the way? Can Garrett get there? No. Gino Cop will slam it in. The pass plays coming through for Revival.
Really well done. That pass inside draws Turtle out of the way, and then Chrome with a quick response puts the placement very well. Just a little too good. Hits both those posts, and then it bounces straight in. But Gino Cop, being that third man in, rotates and gets the goal, putting them back as a tie game.
1:40 left to go. Anyone could take it here in game 2. As Turtle drops that one towards the net, and Chrome clears it. Gino on the wall to Hot Wheels Sid. Now Garrett trying to play that one off. Moses gets drawn very far out of net. Was expecting a pass from Garrett that did not come through, and Garrett doesn't have the boost to get there. Gino Cop gets the lead for Revival.
For so long, Turtle was looking for boost, but they kept the pressure on. He tries to rotate into the corner and misses it. Because of that, he has to rotate all the way to the other side of the field. But because of the shot coming in, he can't get it because saving the ball is more important. And then it eventually leads to a goal. So many events leading to that, and the pressure of Revival getting the goal.
Able to capitalize very quickly on a prime situation, has Revival in the lead here in game number 2. Garrett gets one demo. This is a good situation for Orbit. They can take a shot there as it comes through from Moses, going high, draws out Hot Wheels. Now Turtle on the wall, will send it back. Hot Wheels looks to play this one backwards. Chrome plays it around the corner. Now Moses in the air, sends a shot towards the net, cleared by Chrome again. He's playing strong on defense right now, but Garrett keeps the pressure on, sending it towards the net once more. Gino Clapp with the clear straight down mid. Looking to play it through. Draws out Moses. Chrome has an open net, puts it in, and it's a 2-goal game.
Turtle for sure was out of boost on this one. He had a double aerial and just was not able to get up to it in time. Moses, no excuse. You need to make those saves. And in moments like this, like you have the opportunity to take first seed and give yourself an advantage, you need to be making saves like that. Big clears with 2 people contesting, that's going to put you in a good advantage.
44 seconds left, and Orbit needs 2 for overtime. So looking like Revival able to bounce back here in game number 2. Turtle sets that one high. Moses now moving in, puts it onto the backboard, draws up some goalies. Garrett comes in but can't get this shot onto net. 30 seconds remaining. That one would have really helped, giving them the time here to score the equalizer. Right now Revival looking, can they get another breakaway? Where was Garrett in this play?
Watching this play go back, you see Gino Cop plays a quick touch inside, and both players needing boost, not able to get. And that's the beauty of passes and why a lot of people are going to pass the ball instead of taking it themselves.
Yeah.
No matter what, the ball will move faster than a car. So even though both are rotating and trying to go at supersonic speed down, they're not able to get there in time. And that puts Revival pretty much a guarantee for this game. And they tie back in the series.
Just like that, 3 pass plays in a row gives Revival the lead and the win in game number 2. Orbit played very well, but then just kind of had some mistakes that fall apart on defense, opening up some space for them to play. And yeah, that's going to be Revival able to tie up the series here. Game 3, it's going to be anyone's.
Yeah, Revival looking strong there. You saw it, them fully taking advantage of the mistakes, and a lot of those were actually due to Orbit's own doing. There was a couple times where they just looked a little sloppy. There was times where Turtle's trying to cut the wall a little too much just so he can get the play back on time. And when situations like that keep happening, they just seem to always go wrong. They just keep piling on. So hopefully they can reset that, not let them get into their heads, and then move on to game number 3.
Yeah, no, you said it. Like I think it was the goal that gave Revival the lead. Involved Garrett trying to play it off the wall out to Moses, and Moses was in the air already, and then the pass doesn't come through because Garrett didn't touch it, which means Moses is out of play. Turtle was out of boost in the corner, and then Garrett tries to get the save, but he's also very low on boost, can't get up, and it's just an easy dunk for Revival. Those sorts of mistakes, when you just have like a comedy of errors happen in a row, they're not going to be able to play. And that was the story of like every goal there at the end, which involved some good passing to give them to open up the space. But still, Orbit cannot let their defense fall apart like that if they expect to win.
No, and it's good. We talk about how Revival needs more shots. They clearly did that. They had they had like almost double more than what they had last time. But the big difference is it shows how important every player is on a team. We talk about how there's so many individual players, how good Garrett is, but every single player on these teams has such an important role, because if one thing goes wrong and that rotation doesn't come through clean, everything starts to domino effect and it completely breaks apart. Prime example of that there. Turtle not having that boost, just chain reaction.
As game number 3 gets underway, both teams have taken a win. Both teams looking to take the series here. Everything on the line here for Orbit. If they can just take it right now, clinch that number 1 spot, would feel very good, man. Moving into the playoffs, being able to just basically skip out on next week, or in 2 weeks from now. Getting that bye. As Garrett plays that one down to Moses. Look for an opportunity. Gets demoed by Chrome. Turtles 50-50 will put it high, and Garrett will immediately move up. Plays it down, and Gino read that hit from Garrett very well. Gets a demo onto Turtle, and now Garrett and Moses need to play this one away. Turtle, second time he's gotten demoed, and then spawned in the corner, immediately gotten bumped before he could even move. Nice clear by Moses, sending that one all the way back into the orange corner. Chrome looks to play it off the wall, but Garrett just looks to punish him for it. Puts it across. Nice play by Hot Wheels Sid. Can Chrome finish this one? Does he need to? He does. Gino Cobb will be able to get there as Moses didn't get the touch, and that's Revival again, picking up right where they left off.
Yeah, Orbit initially had really good patience in that corner, doesn't get cluttered up and gets a big clear out. But then the response, as soon as they push up, just a huge clear. Gino Cobb securing that goal. Really well played Revival.
That is the second goal we've seen Moses have the opportunity to clear and miss, and Gino Cobb say, okay, well, if you're not going to touch it, I'll touch it, and I'll send it straight into the goal. 4:07 left in game number 3. Revival up by 1. Turtle and Garrett G in the corner, watching for an opportunity. We're going to switch out here and let Moses move up. He plays it around. Gino Cobb will send it back. Turtle now. They're just wrapping it around this wall time and time again. Here for a 4th time as Garrett tries to send it and have it cross the goal. Gets a demo onto Gino Cobb, opening up some space. Moses had fallen very far back. Another demo onto Chrome. Garrett now in the air, just looks to keep the pressure on, see if he can keep it in the orange. He does so, leaves it with Turtle, who gets tackled by Hot Wheels Sid. Now Garrett in the backfield will look to play this one out of his corner as Chrome looks up to challenge. He wins the tackle again, 2 50-50s in a row, going in favor of Revival, and that has them up on offense.
Yeah, Revival looking confident. You even see Turtle trying to cut that back. And just the pressure, like he realizes there's 2 defenders behind him on his side. So why not go up and put him and make him make a play? Unfortunately, it's too late. But the demos coming out from both sides, really changing up the possession of this game.
The physicality really helping open up space. We've seen a number of opportunities that did not materialize because a player had been removed from the field. Chrome's hanging back in net as Garrett tries to shoot this one through, but it'll be Gino Kopp who gets the clear and the transition. So when crossing the goal, Turtle giving it a lot of space. He'll move in before Chrome turns. The ball is still in the blue as Gino Kopp takes a shot, gets it past Garrett. Again, the defensive mistakes are hurting Orbit right now.
Just slight hesitation coming out after that shot. Chrome plays it back after winning the 50-50, and Garrett tries to go to the left and rotate out, but then he doesn't realize that that shot's still coming in, and just not able to get to that post in time. They put a shot in. Like, Revival's looking good. They are confident.
Well, right now they're just taking whatever Orbit's giving them. They're just like, if you're not going to block the shot, we're going to shoot it at your net, and we're going to get some points on the board here. Right at halftime, they have the 2-0 lead. Orbit, after lighting it up in game number 1, is struggling to find offense.
Yeah, everything they're doing is way too telegraphed.
Yeah.
Like, playing it into that corner that many times eventually may draw one out, but plays like this is what they need to do. Can Garrett do it? He hits the crossbar.
And Moses is very upfield. Turtle has to play this one. Hot Wheels Sid plays it smart. Just mind games him to death and gets the 3-0.
Hot Wheels Sid is a 1v1 player, loves doing dribbles, and the way he plays this, looks like he's going to cut it, but Turtle catches him on a break and then just lets it roll slowly around to the right. Completely well played, predicted that from the start, and then gets a goal.
Wow, what a career ender.
It's dirty. He needs a shower on that one.
That was ridiculous. And you saw, again, Moses has now 2 times anticipated a pass from Garrett that has not materialized and has put him way out of position. That sort of aggression is what you want to see from a team that is down by 3. But at the same time, you have to connect or else you're just going to get punished time and time again. Here comes Garrett and Turtle. Moving that one up on the backboard. Can Turtle get there? He's going to fall back, let Moses move up. Now Garrett looking for an opportunity. It'll be Turtle who plays it off of Chrome's touch. Garrett sends it wide of the net, and now Gino and Hot Wheels sit in the corner, messing with Turtle. They're able to pass that one very tightly down the line. Chrome drops this one over. Moses up high. Can he drop it? A nice pass, and Garrett gets the shot, but Gino with the save keeps it away. Orbit is still scoreless.
It doesn't matter what they seem to do. Revival has their number. Understanding how important these games are for Revival, like the seeding, even though they're like almost guaranteed to make top 6, they're making the position of themselves. They don't care about tiebreakers, whatever it is. They're like, we are getting in. Nothing you can do about it. But pass plays like that are going to make it difficult.
Finally, we see Garrett and Moses connect here. They are on the board. They got a minute to work with.
Yeah, they control possession for quite a while. Beautiful pass inside from Garrett, using that positioning of that Batmobile to put some power on it. But Moses getting out, drawing that back. Misdirection coming out strong.
They've got a minute and 2 seconds to work with. And they need to. As Turtle puts that one out into the middle. Gino gets there before Garrett does. Moses plays it up, but Chrome's the only one in range. Now Turtle over to Garrett. Pops high. Here comes Moses from the back. Gets a soft touch. Puts it into the corner. Garrett looks to pass it across. It was a very solid play idea, but fell apart when there was no place. But Turtle gets the shot placement with 35 seconds left. They're only down by 1.
Huge mistake from Revival. Garrett doesn't go for that hit, so Gino Kopp just trying to get it out of the way. Puts a clear, but the clear is so weak and right into the middle of the field. He's able to swing in and just put a shot on net with some power. They have 35 seconds to tie this up, and that's actually one of the things that Orbit does so well. The pressure that they apply and the awareness in that last couple seconds of every match is something they do so well.
See if they can make it work for him here. Garrett puts it high. Hot Wheels Sid, the only one in the air, will bounce it off the ceiling and down towards Moses. Sends it over towards Garrett, gets it past Chrome. Gino Kopp in the backfield will get the hard clear. Now Turtle. Can't get it past, gets demoed again. Poor Turtle spending so much time off the field. But Garrett sends one towards the net. Can Hot Wheels Sid get there? That save might give the win to Revival here. unless Moses can put this one onto the backboard. Who's there to finish it off? It was Garrett, and he didn't get the angle. Revival takes 2 in a row to take the lead.
Revival getting a sigh of relief. The last couple of seconds there, they were pressuring. Garrett looked like he was going to play it again back to his team and allow another shot, but Revival holding on. And you really saw the aggression just handled well by Revival. The amount of saves that they have to make after all this pressure from Orbit, like GinoCop sweeping across the middle of the goal, like things they were naturally making, just Revival's like, yeah, there's no way, man. Like, this is our game.
That was incredible from Revival. The 5 saves from GinoCop. The plays he made on defense were huge. Chrome there at the very end as we see the midfield shot from Garrett going towards the net, and he just comes from the corner, gets the clear, doesn't allow that one to go in. There were 12 shots that came out from Orbit to just 6 from Revival, and yet Revival was able to pull it off. Much more efficient on offense. And again, it was the mistakes from Orbit that just gave them these goals. They're just like, they would just miss it in front of their own net.
Right.
And then it was just easy. Revival they're a top 8 team. They're not a top 2 team right now, but they're not going to miss open nets.
Right. And that's something that's been plaguing some of these teams is consistency. And Revival has definitely been showing up the past couple weeks. They almost took it against NRG last week as well. And they're showing that they belong in this top 6 very well. Like, they pressure people well. It's just that consistency starts to fall out. They do really good rotations. They're pressuring well. And then just a small mistake in the middle, and it almost allows this team to get back into it. So if they can clean that stuff up, like, they're just playing textbook Rocket League. There's nothing too crazy or flashy or showy. Passes, misdirections, put them in the net. That's it.
And if you're a Genesis fan, you're cheering pretty hard here for Revival. If Revival can take the win, that puts Genesis in the #1 spot and Orbit in the #2 spot. They will clinch Amsterdam. Right now, Revival with the 2-game lead. They pull it off here. They pull off the win over Orbit. Orbit's got to win 2 in a row. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left. It's only 20 seconds into game number 4 here. GinoCop with a nice shot that Moses will clear. It was a bit high either way, and Garrett now passes to Turtle. He misses the touch, and Gino's able to get it around. Both goalies in the corner. Can Chrome drop this one down? Turtle will get a touch over, and Garrett might have a breakaway opportunity. Nice bounce. Moses going to look. Shot placement is critical, and he gets it in. That's Orbit on the board.
Unintentional, not probably better that Garrett missed that shot. Just one after another. Garrett plays it up. Turtle makes a flick, makes one defender miss. Garrett immediately goes up for the shot and hits the crossbar. Because of that, the person on defense gets drawn to the side a little bit and then able to respond. Everybody getting involved on that play, really well responded by Orbit.
Yep, fantastic counterplay, giving them a 1-0 lead. First minute. Moses will play that one over the top of 2. Now Turtle popping it out into the box. Hot Wheels Sid will be up before Moses could take the shot, and Chrome will drive it down the field. Garrett looking in this corner to play it past Chrome. Hot Wheels Sid lurking and will now charge in. Gets it past Moses. The demo onto Turtle again. That's got to be getting into his head right now. He's been demoed so many times in this series. GinoCop sends it over to the middle. Hot Wheels Sid just, I think it probably pinched off of Turtle. I can't imagine he intentionally put it all the way back in his own corner. This definitely is an advantageous spot for Orbit. Turtle going to wrap this one around, get it past Gino. But nobody in a position to take a shot just yet. They're to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, back and forth. You even see how well these guys are playing. Chrome putting himself out of position to make that demo as well. He bumped him first and then like boosted up to get to him. So it was a 2v3 eventually. And that's probably what made that goal be able to, get cleared out. But still, they're trying some things and it's working. I mean, they're applying the pressure, they're keeping it. When in the past, like we saw in that first match, like they got a shot and then it was immediately cleared back out by Orbit. So Revival playing really well.
Orbit looking to extend their lead here. Moses to Garrett. They played off the backboard and Turtle takes a shot, but Hot Wheels Sid's contention will send it to the side. Still in a nice spot. If anyone from Orbit wants to move up. Turtle gets caught in that kind of middle dead area. One of his larger weaknesses, but there's three. That's 3 players right there. They shouldn't miss this one.
Oh,
Does it
Garrett!
go in? What was? How? How does he hit the most ridiculous angles and then miss the open net like that when he has so much time?
That's part of the mental game that we talk about. Sometimes the open nets are the hardest ones to make because there's so much pressure. You're just sitting there like, okay, it's wide open. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. And then he does. So in situations like that, sometimes you just have to do reactionary and just play it off the post and let your teammates get it.
Turtle will play this one off the wall. Carry it around, see if they can get that second goal they just missed. Garrett now takes a shot towards the net, going high, and Chrome gets the block. Now Turtle keeping that pressure on Hot Wheels Sid and Chrome. Bump each other into the sky. Can Moses make a scoring opportunity? Hot Wheels Sid did recover in time before anyone from Orbit could shoot. Now Hot Wheels Sid looking to pass to Gino and Chrome. They drop it back down into the box in the direction of Hot Wheels Sid. Turtle's interception keeps it away. Gino pushes in the pressure, but Turtle gets the save. Sends it to the side. Now trying to win the 1v1 with Hot Wheels Sid. See if he can out-mind game him. Get a bit of revenge. Moses tries to push that one through. It'll end up in Gino Kopp's hands and back in blue corner. 1:35 left to go. Orbit's still holding on to the 1-goal lead. They can win here. We go to game 5. They keep on taking it down to the wire. They don't like to leave anything easy at this point.
No, and Chrome's doing everything he can. He's all over the place on offense and defense, dribbling it downfield, trying to give some space to his team. But that save by Turtle, when he popped that back up, it bought so much time for his team, and the mind game from Turtle with that hop, trying to do something for his team, but maintaining possession. That ball's put back in field.
Ooh, Garrett with a nice read on Gino. That might be it. It is. He's able to drop that one through. 2-0 for Orbit.
Yeah, that contest getting up early, coming out from Moses, puts that across field, and then the touch by Gino has a waiting Garrett in the way and gets on top of it, puts that back at net.
1:02 left to go. Exodus with the 2-goal lead. Can they hold on? Force game number 5. As they move forward. See Gino play that one through. Now Gino try and drop this one to Hot Wheels Sid. He's able to get it into very deep into territory with 43 seconds left. They need a goal right now. They want to have time to be able to score the equalizer, but that one's going to send it all the way back. Hot Wheels Sid gets a clear up to Chrome. We'll see what he can do with it.
Nice Spider-Man clear as well from Gary, up on the net, playing that outside. Oh my gosh, what a clutch save by Moses.
Oh, very close one here. Very deep into the end of the game. Gino Kopp going for the read. The way he read that one off of Garrett was very impressive. Moses now. 15 seconds remaining. They've got it deep in enemy territory. They get it past 2. Can't get it past the last one. As that final countdown happens, all Turtle's got to do is just keep it away from the Revival players, and we will go to game 5. Garrett now over to the side. It's that final second. At this point, you can't score 2. It will be game 5. Man, they just take it all the way down to the wire every time. They want to make every game count here.
Yeah, Orbit's making them work for it, and that's good. I mean, out of your, one of your top 2 teams, Orbit has a chance to, like we said, they can clinch number 1. They can guarantee a spot for LAN, which they already have, but they can guarantee a better seeding, which is huge. I mean, when it comes down to it, we saw that didn't make any difference last LAN.
Sure.
But
Sure. No.
I mean, it does make a difference. It gives you that confidence. It gives you the ability to really kind of survey. The biggest thing I think it'll do initially is that buy. I mean, it comes in, allows you to kind of survey, practice, study, something that some teams need to do more than others, but Orbit has generally been pretty good about that.
Yeah, no, they're very, very excellent. And as we move into game number 5, which will be on Utopia, it'll be very interesting to see who is going to be able to step this one up. We've seen Orbit take 2. We've seen Revival take 2. 2 very consistent styles here, but Orbit, when their defense is on point, they have the win. When they just give some mistakes over to Revival, Revival punishes excellently. So it's going to be I think it kind of just comes down in this case to Orbit's defense and how well they play.
Yeah, and when you talk Orbit defense, you're talking Moses. Moses stepped up everywhere across the board, had a goal, had an assist, had 2 saves, and a shot. He doesn't need to make those shots. He just needs to apply that pressure so Turtle and Garrett can do what they do.
Well, as game number 5 gets underway, I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do. Can Hot Wheels Sid, Chrome, and Gino Kopp step it up here? Or will it be Orbit with Garrett G, Turtle, and Moses?
I mean, they've already shown that they have.
Yes.
And that's good. Revival definitely has a chance to take this. It's just the mistakes were a huge factor in that, and Orbit seems to be cleaning that up. They're not playing as fast. They're not going for things as flashy. I feel like mechanically they can just beat them in a pure outplay.
There we go. Right off the bat, Chrome. This is actually just a pretty good offensive play from Chrome as he's able to get up here and bump the defender.
Yeah, as soon as that comes up, Moses doesn't get the touch, and then Chrome, getting to it early, puts it over the top, just lofting it in. And that's something that's difficult to do. We talk about how, like, when it comes to putting power on shots, being able to just loft it in takes kind of a lot of finesse. Chrome showing that there really well.
Right off the bat, we've seen very, very few lead changes this series. Usually the team that gets out to the lead holds on to the lead. We'll see if that remains true here in Game 5 as Moses sends that one upper 90. Great placement.
Yeah, you see actually the way Turtle's rotating in there, and then that Tross coming in. He says, okay, Moses has a better angle. He's got it. Pops it up, and then just puts a rocket of a shot in the top right. Very difficult to save. Tying this back up. 20 seconds, we already have 2 goals.
Man, yeah, on one per side. Neither team giving anybody any quarter here. Hot Wheels sends it over to Gino Kopp. What's he going to do with it on the wall? He plays off. Tries to set it up onto the backboard. Hot Wheels also contests, draws up lots of players. Turtle's got to make the save, and he does. Sends it over to the side as Chrome came screaming in. Hot Wheels keeps the offense going. Moses will be able to play that one over the top of one. A nice stop by Chrome, but it drops it straight back to Moses and Turtle. The passing, they get it past Hot Wheels Sid. Nice tackle by Gino Kopp. Buys some time for his teammates. We're seeing Orbit's offensive passing really come into play here.
Yeah, you see how well that pass was, too. Like, it was just a subtle little tap to play it around a defender. Nobody gets put out of position. Nobody has to commit to anything. It's just right past the one guy they were trying to beat. Really well played, but still, this pressure from Revival will not let up.
No, Orbit is having trouble getting out of their own half. Need to find a hard clear, something to reset the play. As Moses tries to push that one through 2 players, actually manages to get it around him, and now Turtle puts it into the corner. Moses and Gino Kopp wrestling on the side. Does that open up enough space? Garrett shoots, and the pinch will send it high. As Gino Kopp and Hot Wheels Sid actually managed to get the pinch save and both stay grounded. It's not much of an overcommitment. They'll get a hard clear. Moses puts it back over to Turtle, who misses on the side. That leaves so much space for Hot Wheels Sid. That'll give it back to Revival. Garrett G, nice interruption in the middle of the air. Chrome looks to hard clear it. Garrett G pressured him. Now Moses up to Garrett G. Hot Wheels Sid intercepts, sends it back to the middle. It'll be Turtle over the top, back into the corner. 3:05 left in game number 5. It's back and forth right now as both teams battle for control.
Yeah, battling for control is right. Just nobody really maintaining possession for more than a couple touches. Putting quick shots on net, but then after that, it's immediately countered and then put back the other way. Unless it's solo plays like we see from Moses or from Chrome, we don't really have anything coming too.
Gino Kopp out to Hot Wheels Sid and Chrome, who are like right up on top of each other. Moses will be able to play this one down the corner as we approach halftime. Hot Wheels Sid loses out the touch to Turtle. Chrome drops this one straight back to Garrett G, who plays it towards the goal. Gino Kopp all the way in the back, not allowing the long shot to go in, but Turtle sets this one up to Garrett. Shut down by Hot Wheels Sid. As Moses tries to play this one through, gets it there. Oh, just past Gino, and that's the lead for Orbit.
I talked about how crucial Moses needed to be on defense, but he's bringing that to offense. Showing a little bit of fireburner in him. Puts that up top, and then a solo play again. Puts the shot on net, putting them up by 1.
You said it. Both goals so far have been Moses popping it up and then slamming it in himself. Excellent shot placement as he is able to keep Orbit in the lead here. Garrett looking to push this one all the way through. Gino Kopp in the corner sets that one away. Push it over to the side. Now Turtle sends it off the wall. Garrett's in the air. Can he send it in? He does. This sort of aggression is why they are number 1.
This is what they're so confident in. You see Turtle going up, makes a touch, plays it to the right so it bounces perfectly back into the middle. And then Garrett with like such ease. He does it so well. Just flips through, gets the perfect angle, and then threads it between 2 defenders.
Just the amount of technical skill it requires to flip your car over and keep it moving in the same direction and not have it, end up having momentum influence in different directions.
And then control your boost and put you in the right position and then hit it like at the right, there's so many factors that go into it.
For sure.
It makes it so easy. It makes it look so easy.
And with 150 left to go, Orbit now with a 2-goal lead, holding on to it here. Garrett wins out 2 50-50s and has it up in the corner. Just got to beat out Hot Wheels Sid as he plays it past 1. Chrome will be able to pick this one back up, and he and Hot Wheels Sid now moving forward. Put it into the corner. Bounces off the wall. Hot Wheels Sid takes a shot, but it goes wide. Garrett was in the position that probably honestly was blocking out the shot. So going wide was actually the best option. Hot Wheels Sid and Chrome now trying to play this one through. Garrett plays it underneath Gino over to Moses, who takes the shot. Gets it past Chrome. That's a 3-goal game. Orbit just looking to run away.
Another fantastic play by Garrett. Uses the positioning of his car to play it around, so he cuts inside to the right a little bit, so it hits the top right corner of his car, bounces it around run, gets up early immediately after, reading the play off the wall, and then passing it inside. Just step by step done by Garrett to lead to that goal.
If you're a NRG fan or an Orbit fan, you got to be feeling good right now, as it looks like they're going to be your top 2 teams. We'll be able to get the bye straight into Amsterdam. 106 left for Revival to change that. swap out NRG for Genesis. Hot Wheel Sid trying to push it through. Garrett and Turtle now. Down the line, Turtle sends it over, and Garrett will finish. Orbit just continues to burn it up here. Their team plays are amazing.
Garrett and Turtle looking like there's no other option but a goal on this. Player needs to go up and contest that, but GinoCop's hustling back as fast as he can to get in the way, but that pass inside bounces back, and then Garrett with a quick response. This game is being run away with by Orbit.
And you know that this is, we talk about this every time this happens, but once you get very far behind, and in a game where you have to kind of make a management, an economic decision of how many players to leave on offense or defense, you want to overcommit on offense when you're this far behind. But that does mean that when the offense doesn't work, you end up getting scored on. So that's kind of, you know, the burn starts to happen towards the end of these sorts of matches, but you got to give it to Revival. The way that they clawed back into this, we've had such close games, and then here Orbit just showing why they are such a strong team.
Yeah, sending up 2 on that one. You got one man back. But still, that pinch from Garrett plays it off the corner really well, gets around Chrome, who's just trying to get some boost and get in the way, but Turtle's meeting them. They're just spreading the field and outworking this team on offense and defense with quick clears.
And with 27 seconds left, Orbit might actually get a Brazil. That would be exciting. Oh, can they break it right here? Gino sends it in. Moses gets the save. Doesn't get it all the way out. And Garrett able to block it. What a play there. As we see Revival continue just to try to push this one in. They'd love to break the Brazil. Not allow that to be an option. Final 9 seconds. They're all in the corner. If Moses gets a solid clear here, it's all up to Garrett. Can he carry this one all the way through? He's just going to do it in style, and Turtle drops it. Oh, he drops it to the wrong side. It hasn't touched the ground just yet, but there it will go, and Moses lets it go. Orbit secures number 1. You got to be feeling good if you're on NRG. So you secure number 2.
It's got to be a really good feeling. I mean, you're getting a bye. You're getting guaranteed prize pool. Like, that's huge. I mean, for these players that have put in 4 weeks of continuous play, plus the mayhem in the middle there, I mean, that's a lot of Rocket League to come down to this. Congrats to both teams. Congrats to Revival. They're still, in it. It's just a matter of not able to clutch yet again. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, man, it was just Orbit, the way that they play, the team plays here. You have the most goals were scored by Moses at 3, and he is at the bottom of the scoreboard for Orbit. The way that this team play happened, the way that these guys were just so strong, and the way they supported each other is exactly why they have been able to take it to teams time and time again. I believe they only lost 1 series in all of league play, ending the season at 6-1. Very impressive stuff from Orbit as they move on and qualify to go to Amsterdam in that number 1 spot. We'll be sending it back over to the analyst desk with Axel Toss and the boys. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Wavepunk and Lawler, and yes, huge congrats to Orbit. What a phenomenal season for them, as Wavepunk said, going 6-1. Their only loss to Vindicator GG in Week 3, going 0-3. Not going to try to explain that one, but let's take another look at exactly how Orbit was able to complete that in the Mobile One high performance replay, getting a close 3-2 victory over Revival.
Yeah, once again, we go 5 games. That's 4 out of the 5 sets so far have been going to 5 games. Just shows how close NA is right now. First game, incredibly close as well, but they pull out the 3-2 win that is for Orbit. But then Revival just turned it on.
Yeah, well, I said this before the match started. If GinoCop is on, they're going to play well, and GinoCop was on. He ended up scoring 4 goals throughout the next 2 games. Just doing a really good job of putting them in for his team and helping them feel confident.
Plus, uncharacteristic defensive mistakes by Orbit a couple times. Right there, Hot Wheel Sid just making them look silly. Like, it was a good play from Hot Wheel Sid, but Moses had like 2 just random whiffs for free goals for Revival. It seemed a little odd, games 2 and 3, which Revival did win on their own, but it was some defensive mistakes. But then Orbit woke up. They wanted that number 1 seed. They take the 2-0 win, and then 6-1 in the final game, really showing.
That means they didn't win because they didn't get the Brazil.
That's true. There was no Brazil. I couldn't raise my Brazilian flag, but it was close. We almost had a Brazil, which I don't think we've had one yet. Oh, no, we had one.
Today?
No, in all of our shows. We've only had one, and I want
one.
that counter to be like 10. So.
We'll get
not
there.
enough.
Of course, again, huge congrats to Orbit. That's going to close out their day. It's going to close out their league play season. They're getting a ticket to Amsterdam. NRG, as we said, going to Amsterdam as well, which leaves a lot of G2 fans interested in this next match, because the next match is Vindicator GG versus Revival. The one spot right now that is in flux is the number 6, number 7 spot in the standings. If you're number 7, you're out of RLCS. If you're number 6, you move on to the regional playoffs. Everything has to do with this next match, Vindicator GG versus Revival. So we're going to take a very short break, and we'll be back with that. We have 2 matches left today as we cover the North American League play, the final week. Stay tuned.